The company started, I think, separately within each of us, and then together when we finally got together. I've always had this idea that I was going to be part of something in the form of a company. What the image that came to my mind was one of me being older, rocking in a rocking chair, wondering, what if I would have tried something? How would it have worked out? And so that haunted me. And so I didn't want to not know the answer to that question. So whether it came out good or bad, at least I wouldn't be wondering.
I met Jeff Jaime probably in 2002. I was a software engineer for SPAWAR, at Space Naval Warfare Center, and he was actually one of my customers. So we both kind of had the creative spirit, we kind of bonded on that artistic level, and we would talk about things, ideas we had. So that was the first time, that I really got to know Jeff Jaime. And eventually I moved up to D.C. while he was up here, and we both worked for Northrop. So we had a little storage room, closet turned office, and we would talk about starting our own company because we were both used to business as usual and cube farms, that kind of stuff. So really just wanted something different, and eventually it became the right time to start Taurean.
About that time, I read the book, The Dream Manager, along with some other books, because I was the manager of our project, and I thought that the Dream Manager was another way to be a good manager, a dreamy manager. And so that's why I say I read it by accident, because I didn't read it thinking what I was going to get out of it was the life-changing thing I got out of it.
I'm really in it to reward people for doing the best job that they can and really excelling in their field. And if making their dreams come true, that's a great recipe.
The co-founders, one of the premises the company was founded on was a concept spelled out in a book by Matthew Kelly called The Dream Manager. And the basic premise of that from the perspective of a company was that a company could never become the best version of itself unless its employees first became the best versions of themselves.
When you work for a company that wants you to be the best that you can be, it helps ensures that the company can be the best that they can be.
If somebody was asking me about my company, I would have to say it's just unique.
It's a unique opportunity.
I think unique is the best word to describe it. So the big thing about Jeff Jaime is that he wants everyone to bring their strengths. And it doesn't matter necessarily what your job title is. It's all about what would you like to do, and he tries to accommodate that, tries to fit you in wherever you think you can do the best work.
Knowing that if you have an idea, if you have a dream, if there's just a minute chance that this dream can come true, then Jeff's going to try to make it happen.
Such a wonderful
The atmosphere here is such that it's
very genuine.
Once I found out about the Dream Manager program, I started to dream more and think about all the things that I haven't thought about.
I believe that at our very core, we are our dreams. That's who we are.
It really gives you an opportunity to look realistically at what your dreams are, and you do know that dreams can come true.
Working at a place like Taurean or working at Taurean gives me the chance to combine the things that I love with what I need to do for myself and for my family.
Once you join the Taurean team, then you have become family.
Family-oriented company.
It's family.
It's almost like being a part of a small family.
Family's a big part of it, and I'm a big family guy.
It's all about family, and so to separate us from another company, I'd say that Taurean's about family.
We aren't just talking about immediate family members. We speak in terms of your family members, your co-workers, your friends, and those very people in the communities in which all of us live, work, and play.
The people definitely make the company what it is. They bring, I think, a real sense of passion about what they're doing.
It's always about the people in my book, so the kinds of people that Jeff seeks out, not only their skill sets, but just as much their personality and their commitment to doing the job and doing it well and helping build a reputation and helping others in the process.
You've got to hire the right people, right? You've got to really figure out the human part.
Well, definitely the people. I love everybody that I work with.
They hire people carefully to where they want to make sure that people fit in they get it and they understand what they're trying to do, because some people don't appreciate that.
It's a unique opportunity to be able to work around a lot of other like-minded people with the same core values and the same mindset and desire to connect their daily work with a greater purpose.
It's a big thing because I can observe other people. Where I work in Pensacola, like there's people who work for a different company, you know, a big corporation, and they get caught up in the drudgery of it, you know, and they feel like their boss doesn't care about them. And, you know, I can turn around and say, wow, well, I've had like a 45-minute conversation with my CEO the other day, and he knows things about my personal life, and he asks and he follows up, and I know that he cares.
Do they feel a fit, or do we feel that they'll fit into this culture that cannot be destroyed? It cannot be infected by a negative person, and that will be sort of the gatekeeper of who gets in, who gets out. So I would tell a new person, give yourself a chance to experience what you could be, because it's no different. What's inside you is what we want you to express. And if there's a match culturally, you should be here, because we're all wanting to learn from you and you will learn from others.
I like to think that Taurean serves as an example that hopefully will inspire other companies. And one thing that I appreciate that we're doing is demonstrating that it's possible to make money, to be profitable, and to be good.
If we can keep our core values and all these things as a sort of a compass to guide everything that we do, it'll be easier.
One thing is culture has to be organic. You know, it can't be forced. The people need to believe and do it on their own. So it needs to be homegrown.
Taurean is kind of a little ripple that's leading to a huge, phenomenal change in the way that people do business.
Other companies could probably realize that they can retain more talent if they show that they're invested in their employees' lives.
When you came here today, when you go to work, we don't get out of our vehicles and say, I wonder if there's going to be clean air in my office for me to breathe so I can survive. We don't think about it. It's sort of taken for granted. I think companies should care and show that they care for their people the same way. So when they get out of the car to come into the office, if that's where they work, they don't think about, I wonder if my company cares for me today. It's the same way as air. It should be automatic, you know, second nature. It should be expected. And once that happens, once the world shifts in this direction, then it's no longer a surprise. Every time we talk about the dream manager and what we're trying to do, we're not perfect. It sounds so radical. People say, wow. And what they're really saying is, wow, you actually care about people? And why shouldn't we? Right? Why shouldn't we care genuinely about what drives what's already inside of us? It's not something we made up. It's already inside. So we should invite them to let that out, because that's really what they're trying to do in life, is to achieve what's inside them. And so I would hope that in the future we can help erode that corporate crust and allow some of that expression to come through. Do not let the future version of yourself be full of regret when you could have done something today to avoid it.